Hey guys, I'm sort of making this, I'm putting this before my video. I made a mistake in the video. I said the Zuko's killed Tim Drake's family, that's wrong. And I was talking about Dick Grayson, and I say Dick Grayson before that. But then I just have like a brain lapse and say Tim Drake. And I say Flying Graysons afterwards. And I was watching the video, or gonna edit it, or like going through it and make sure the audio synced up. And I noticed it, and I was just like, crap. So just so you know, don't rip my head off. It's not Tim Drake, Dick Grayson. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike. So today is Wednesday, or yesterday was Wednesday, so really early in the morning. New comic book day, and I really wasn't gonna. I'm actually skipping my visit this week because I was only picking up I think 2 things, and I just thought that would be a waste of time just picking up. So next week, a whole bunch of stuff comes out, and I'll be doing a big review then. But so this week I decided to catch up on a couple reviews. So I'm gonna be doing today. I just got my hardcover copy of Scott Snyder's Jock and Francesco Francavilla is run on Detective Comics. Detective Comics 871 to 883, I believe. Entitled The Black Mirror. It comprises essentially 3 stories called The Black Mirror, Hungry City, and The Skeleton Key. So I'm not going to be going too much into the plot. I'm just going to be giving my thoughts about the book and whether, like, I'll just go over the basic gist of the plot, but I'll be giving more my thoughts about the book, and that's going to be this in this review. So to start off, just a little background information about people who are reading comics now during the DC reboot. Before the reboot, this is the official last run on Detective Comics. And it's considered it's really good. I like that a lot. The basic plot is that this is Dick Grayson back in Gotham City, being Batman. Bruce is back, but at the same time, Dick is sort of unsure of his place in this corporation that Bruce Wayne has created, Batman Incorporated, and Dick is the Batman of Gotham, or that's his role, and he's sort of like basically it's about him coming into a person as Batman. The first part of the story, I believe, which is called The Black Mirror, it deals with there's a man, he's sort of selling and auctioning off supervillain memorabilia to the rich and wealthy scum of Gotham, and Dick sort of infiltrates them, and he manages to stop the guy, but he comes to the realization that Gotham will swallow you whole if you let it. Like it has that power. The second part, Skeleton Key, is introduction to James Gordon Jr. Jim Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's son. He disappeared for a while. Scott Snyder brought him back as a major character, and he is the central focus of this arc. His role as either a villain or a hero, and everyone's considering that he's considered psychotic by a lot of people in the book. Barbara dislikes him with a passion. Barbara Gordon, Batgirl / Oracle, and Dick no one trusts him really. So it comes to the point where it's unsure about who he is. Like, they keep thinking he's a psychopath that's been killing people, and it just comes to the point where there's this big mystery about it. Like, who is he, and like, why is he back in Gotham? So from there, we go on to I believe the third part of the story deals with the Zuko family, and for those who don't know, the Zuko family, I think it's the Zukos. Let me check real quick. I feel better if I check. If it is the Zuko family, I actually haven't read this. Like, I have all the issues individually, and I lent them to someone. But So I bought the hardcover because the hardcover is really nice and it's actually worth the money. I bought it through Amazon, so it was a little bit cheaper, and I got it in 2 days. And then, even though this came out last week, so I believe, is it the Zuko's? Yes. So it deals with the heir to the Zuko family, and this person, if for those who don't know, the Zuko's are the ones who killed Tim Drake's parents, I believe. Don't take Batman Forever is bullshit. It's an awesome movie. I love Batman Forever, but do not take it as the Bat canon. I believe the Zuko's are the ones who killed the Flying Graysons in Haley Circus. So basically, it's Dick trying to help this person who has he has a lot of baggage with this family. He eventually basically ends up with him fighting the mob and sort of coming into his role as Batman after he sort of beats them. Other than that, yeah, and there's some weird, sickly awesome moments in this book. The last part of the book deals with basically, it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of James Gordon Jr., who we've suspected to be a psychopath, and it's revealed that he is a psychopath. He is totally psychotic, and the Joker, who's back in Gotham, like he's been AFK, I guess, for a while, and he realizes Dick isn't his Batman. He knows that Dick is Robin, or was formerly Robin. He hints at it. He's like, you dress like Batman, but I see you have feathers. He calls him Little Birdie and things like that. And basically, Jim Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's wife, is attacked and dosed with Joker gas. But the Joker admits it wasn't him. Like, he didn't do it. He just wants to fight his Batman. He wants his Batman back because he's weird like that. And then it comes to, I believe, we find out that it's James. He's the one who dosed her with the gas, and he kidnaps Barbara, and essentially there's a big fight, and Jim Gordon takes down his son, and he's like, I'm not leaving you, not abandoning you now. Like he failed as a father once, so he's not gonna fail again. And that's the basic plot of the story. So as for the storyline, Scott Snyder did a really good job. This is actually the Detective Comics. His run actually brought me back into reading Batman. I read Batman on and off for a little bit, but I wasn't as devout to it until I read this. And people would say, well, what about Grant Morrison's Batman? Truth be told, I never liked Batman. I never liked Damian Wayne as a character, especially when he was created. And I just was never fond of Grant Morrison's run, just because of the fact I don't like Damian Wayne. That's just my problem. He just, I can't relate to him. He always seems like a douchebag. Anyway, I digress. So this book, book comes, it's a hardcover. They might make a soft cover trade, I'm not sure, but this is the normal cover right here with the dust sleeve on. Without the sleeve, it just says Batman, the Black Mirror on it. And within the book, it contains the initial run, plus, it's about 300 pages, the book, I believe. Like 299, something really awkward. Let me check. They have a lot of things in it. There's a lot of awesome things in the book. Other than the main story, within the main story, all the issues have covers on them, and for example, one of my favorite covers is Batman, I believe 870. This one, 873, which is this cover of Dick by Jock, of Dick Grayson flying through the air. And probably the greatest cover I've ever seen, or probably what I consider the cover of the year. And I'll probably be doing a video in December about my favorite covers of the past year. I'm going to be including all the books that have come out. probably the best cover of the year will have to be the cover to Detective Comics. I believe it's 881, which is, or 82, I don't remember, but it's this cover by Jock as well, of the Joker, and this is an amazing cover. If Jock doesn't win an award for this cover in the next year or two, like, the comic book community is full of shit. Like, this cover is actually, like how, like, this is terrifying at the same time. It's just like, look how beautiful it is, and at the same time terrifying. Like, it's pretty amazing, like, the idea that how he made this cover up. What else is in the book? In the back of the book, there's sketches of the covers that Jock and Francavilla made. The possible covers that they've made, and they're very interesting. Some of the covers I'm looking at, like one of the covers I'd actually liked more than the one that was used, but it's not a big deal. And just some artwork and character designs, which is really, like, this book is well worth it. And there's essentially a script that was in the first Detective Comics 871, but was moved in the hardcover collection to coincide, to make the storytelling a little bit easier. So story-wise, it was great. This is my first time reading Scott Snyder. I read Detective Comics, and then I started reading American Vampire, and his writing is excellent. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Like, for example, I believe he did the Flashpoint Superman, like, miniseries, the 3-issue miniseries. That was alright. I didn't really like it, just personally, because I don't like Superman. I'm not really too fond of Superman. He's okay sometimes in small doses. I like Superman. But his writing's really excellent. He created the perfect mystery. He balanced it with action, and it was just really good how he kept you on your toes. Like, every issue is just like, what could possibly happen? What could this get worse? And it's like, and it got progressively worse and more exciting as his run went on. So art-wise, the art is split between two people. Jock, he's a British artist, and if you guys might know him, he co-created The Losers, and he has a lot of cover art, and he did a lot of cover art, and he has done interior art on this book, and I believe he did interior art on Gotham, maybe Streets of Gotham, maybe that was Dustin Nguyen. He did Green Arrow Year 1, and he did Azrael, and covers for a bunch of stuff, and Dark X-Men. Did Dark X-Men. Anyway, regardless, he's a great artist. I love his art really well. And his art gets progressively better as the issues go on. Like, one of my favorite splashes or like images is, I love the way he draws Dick Grayson flying through the air. And that is just amazing. It's just, Dick is not the same as Bruce. Dick is acrobatic, and Jock does that. He shows Dick flipping through the sky, and it's amazing cover. Like, if you guys have the chance to even just flip through the book, like, the artwork is amazingly good. Francesco Francavilla, he sort of splits his time between both. He mainly encompasses the Jim Gordon and James Gordon story, the Skeleton Key, but I believe he does the artwork on the last issue where they stop James. Yeah, and his artwork is very good. I love the way his it's very interesting. I love his color palette. It's very similar to to Daniel Acuna. He was the artist on Cap, and he's currently the artist on the Avengers. His artwork is very interesting. He uses a very limited color palette in his stories, and it works very well the way he tells a story. It's like, in this one, he uses a lot of orange and a lot of dark tones and a lot of brown, and it helped explain Jim Gordon and Jim Gordon's problem. And, like, I'm gonna say it, like, Scott Snyder's Skeleton Key and Hungry City, best Jim Gordon story since Year One. I'm not afraid to say it. Like, Year One, like, if you like Year One, Jim Gordon, he's a badass in that. He's a badass in this. Like, Jim Gordon's awesome in this. Like, but it's a lot more humanitarian in this. like it resonates with you. It's him trying to be a good father to a son he's failed, or he felt he's failed. So yeah, his artwork is very good. He did about I think he did about half. I mean, give or take, of the artwork. Jock did most of the art, or most of the covers. Francesco, he did about, I think, 3 or 4 covers, but Jock has a majority, and Jock does an amazing job on all the covers. Just take a look. Otherwise, yeah, not much else to say about this book. This is actually a lot. So if you buy this at your local comic book store, which you can, I mean, if you want, you can. It's about it'll run for about $30, but $30 for 300 pages of Batman, and a great Batman arc, like, which I believe in the future that will be, when people talk about Batman, you know, this will be up there with Year One, with Dark Knight Returns, you know, with all that stuff, with Hush, with Long Halloween. Like, this will be part of that, like, mythos. And I hope, like, if I have kids, that, you know, they'll like comics. And if they do, I'll introduce them to Batman the same way I was introduced to Batman, through the comics, through the cartoon series. And this is gonna be one of the comics that I introduced them to. Yeah, so in the comic book store it's about 30. I'm on Amazon for about 20, plus tax and shipping and stuff. Well, I have free shipping. But yeah, it's worth it regardless of where you purchase it from. Like, you know, it's a great book to have for your collection. I don't really buy hardcovers so often. I bought this hardcover because I love the run, and even though I already had the single issues, you know, it's great. This is an awesomely amazing, like, book. So just overall thoughts. One main problem I had, like, after this book was done, is that the fact that Jock isn't, that this creative team worked very well for DC, and I don't understand why they didn't keep it. When they rebooted, I don't understand why Scott Snyder, Jock, Francesco, Francavilla weren't kept on the book and kept doing detective. I mean, they could do it, DC does whatever they want, but I really would have liked to see Jock on another book. Like, I think if he did the artwork for a book that I don't really read, maybe like something out there, like another Bat book, or maybe even one of their obscure horror books, I would have picked it up more often, because his art really draws me in. It's really worth it, his artwork wise. Also, I don't like the fact that Dick, like, this book exemplifies Dick as Batman, or Dick as a hero, essentially. It's like, there's not any good Dick Grayson stories like that I find good. This is one of the best ones, and I don't like how Dick immediately, he comes into his own as Batman in the stories, but sort of loses it and just becomes back to Nightwing after the reboot. But it's whatever. Anyway, I'm not really gonna give it a rating. I'm gonna say buy it. This is a buy. You should buy it, or just read it. Like, it is that good. Like, even if you don't purchase it, you should just go out and read it. And if you read it, you'll probably find that you like it. So I'm gonna be doing a couple more videos later. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what books you bought this week, and let me know if you want me to review anything. Tell me your thoughts if you read this or own it. You know, if you like it or not. Thanks for watching. Have a good time.